Hello, I'm Fiona Citkin with the sixth episode of Stories of My Life. This episode is called Lessons from My Father. Take it from me, one of my most helpful personal commandments that I cultivated all of my life is character building. Yes, you heard it right. Not bodybuilding, but character building. I was encouraged by my father, Anatoly Voitanik, to always try harder to build my character. He loved me, and I learned his lessons. It so happens that my father was dying of cancer for 3 long months. He had been placed in the best hospital in town, the town of Uzhgorod, Ukraine. It was not because he was a well-deserving veteran of World War II who fought fascism as a captain of the chemical division, but because my brother Simon was a famous doctor and the head of the hospital's department, a small detail of life in Ukraine at that time. Anyway, my father was agonizing with ever-increasing pain, and the family took turns sitting near his bed 24/7. My shift was all bedtime, all bedtime, all daytime, from morning till night when my mother relieved me of my duty. I was spent there long hours because I was on the so-called creative leave from my university for finalizing my doctorate thesis. It was hard. My father was aware of his diagnosis, but we never discussed or even mentioned it aloud. In the moments of relief, he would tell me his wartime stories, most of which I've known since childhood. He would also reminisce about his happy moments, day trips to the woods, sleeping in a tent and cooking food over the fire, or treating his family to Black Sea vacations. A chemical engineer by training, my father also recollected some innovations he introduced at his jobs. Indeed, inventing and changing things were his favorite occupations, passions that were passed down to my brother and me. We both kind of restless and seeking something new all the time. That's how we are. My father was also sharing with me his wisdom of how to love well, how to care for the family and such, done casually and with no mention that he will soon be gone. Once he asked me what I would be doing in the evening, and I said I would be sewing a new dress. Quick as an arrow, he asked, "What color?" and was visibly relieved when I said red. Black would signal the preparation for his funeral. On the last day I saw him alive, Father took my hand and said pensively, "I am so happy you'll be a doctor, but it's not the doctor I need. Your doctorate is about suffixes, prefixes." That's how he referred to linguistics. I said, "Papa, my suffixes, prefixes are really complicated, and I am not even sure I can pull them out." He looked me straight in the eye and replied, "Never doubt it. You are my daughter. Just think of what I did in my time and how I did it. Remember, there's no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs." Something turned in me, a lump in my throat. This was his goodbye. his blessing. And for many years now, I was doing just that, climbing the stairs, something I would always do, sometimes with my teeth clenched, trying to be worthy of my father. I did earn my second doctorate, became the youngest in my university, full professor and chair, but then dropped it all and flew across continents and countries, restarting my life from scratch for the promise of American freedoms. Would my father have done it? Would he approve? Have I been good enough? In tough times, I always ask these questions, measuring my success against his values. It helps. It did help me build myself from the ground up. Here's my father's lesson in short. Our own character building is self-coaching. It's building our success from within. We need to make constant efforts, though, like with bodybuilding. We cannot grow our muscles simply watching Arnold Schwarzenegger exercise. We need to persist and remember that almost nothing good happens overnight. There's no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. That's the lesson to remember. Thanks for listening. More later in the next episode of Stories of My Life. I am also asking you to subscribe to the BREAK channel, joining over 15,000 existing subscribers. Thanks for listening again. Bye-bye for now.